All right, welcome to episode 33 of the Rainier Strength Pod. I am here with former NWA Junior World Heavyweight Champion Alex Taylor, former roommate of your boy Truly. Alex and I go way back to 2015. We went through some very serious shit together at Black and Brave, all the way through the death test and all the way to the last day, getting that infamous picture with Mr. Rollins and Merrick Brave. So, Alex, how are you doing today, bro?
Living the dream, man. The Bettendorf 902 are still running. I think Dunn is still somewhere eating a block of cheese.
Yeah, dude, we had a lot of good times. It's crazy how quick time goes, right? I mean, it feels like just yesterday we were fucking shoveling it out in the snow in Bettendorf, Iowa, and
Oh,
Moline,
God.
Illinois.
Who wants to live in the Midwest? Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like 2 feet of snow on a random Tuesday.
Oh, dude, it's terrible. It's
I could
terrible.
never do it.
Yeah,
I'm a
no,
Southern boy till the end.
right, man. And you're in Chattanooga, is that correct?
I'm in Hendersonville, which is like 30 minutes outside of Nashville.
Okay,
I was in
yeah,
Chattanooga for a couple years, and then we moved back up here. We've been
yeah,
up here 2 years now.
yeah, dude. So tell me, so a lot of people are curious about the pro wrestling industry. It's a very curious industry, and as you know, being in the entertainment industry, sometimes the cream doesn't always rise to the top, right? Like it's
Yeah,
not always cut and dry. This guy's better than this guy, so this dude's going to be in the main event. It's not
I don't
always
know.
like that.
Macho
Now,
Man did say the cream will rise to the top. I'm just quoting the Macho Man. I don't.
this is true. Unfortunately, seldom does it actually happen. So as someone
Yeah.
like you had to go through the ringer to get to where you are today. It was not easy. So tell me a little bit about how you were able to just necessarily stick it out. That's something that I was not able to do myself. So tell me how you were able to kind of just stick it out and have the mental fortitude to put up with, let's just say, the politics of the pro wrestling industry.
Uh, Mostly just being stupid and hard headed. I never wanted to do anything else. So you just kind of, I don't want to say you put up with the shit, but you realize there's something better on the other end. You got to get through it. And I mean, don't get me wrong. There's been thousands of things that I've just about pro wrestling that have driven me crazy, but I love it. It's given me the life that I have now. I've all my friends, so many crazy memories. I've seen parts of the world I would have never seen without pro wrestling. Australia, England, Canada, Wales, Mexico. Just yeah. So and if I would have given up because of some politics and a shitty 30 person in the crowd indie in Tennessee, then they would have yeah. That small stuff you got to look past to see the bigger picture.
So tell me, so far, out of all these countries that you've been to a ton of countries. None of them as great as the United States, of course. But let me tell you, one one thing about, man, when I went to New Zealand, I was very surprised. It was a very interesting place, very different than the United States. So far, what is your favorite country that you've been to or visited through pro wrestling?
Um, Man, Australia mostly. That's where I spent the most time. We were there 3 weeks, and I'll tell you, I blew my shoulder while I was there. You can see I got the little AC joint bump here a little bit. You can tell, but
Oh, yeah.
fantastic. They put me in an ambulance, and I was like, "No, I don't want to do this." And they're like, "No, it's cool, man. It's free here." I was like, "All right, crank up the AC. Let's go."
Yeah. You don't understand, brother. I haven't got my purse yet. I can't be in debt
No, man.
collection in Australia.
Well, I did get a letter about that, but the boss man, the Pumpkin King, he covered it for me. So
That's awesome, dude. So, dude, like you said with the AC joint, the shoulder, you get banged up, man. A lot of people, they still think today, oh, dude, the mat, it's like a mattress, right? Like it's like a Tempur-Pedic. It's no problem. It's all fake. It's so easy, right? But no one wants to do it, which is crazy. It's like, why would you not want to make a lot of money doing something that's so easy and fake, right? So let me tell you, it's not fucking easy. It fucking hurts a lot. So what has been so far like your worst injury or like ding that you've got in the ring?
uh, tearing the AC joint would be the worst. Nothing else really compares to that. I sprained my ankle real bad one time, and it was just like the size of a softball, purple. I couldn't walk for on it for a couple days. Other than that, I've been lucky. I haven't broke any bones. Yeah, so I'm making my way. I'm not too banged up. I'm sure
Yeah,
my spine looks like a question mark, but
yeah, dude. So how did that AC joint happen? How did that go down?
the old Hurricane Rana. I was on the
Yeah.
yep, yep. I was on the receiving end of the Hurricane Rana, and brother just wrapped his legs a little too tight and didn't let go, and I just took a dive into the mat with my shoulder. So,
It all comes full circle, dude.
yep.
That was also a little backstory, a little bit inside baseball. When we were learning Hurricanranas at Black and Brave, I decided to toss Alex on his head. So that was nice. It was a good introduction to kind of fucking botchamania. I guess
Yeah,
it's not good.
my first pro wrestling concussion.
You always remember your first, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't my last. I'll tell you that. Not my last.
Yeah, dude. So if you can remember going back to like your first match, you remember like during that time when you started, when you went out there and performed, did you have the confidence to be like, yeah, this is it, like I can do this? Or was it more so like, shit, man, performing in front of a crowd is completely different, like I don't know if I can fucking do this?
Uh, no, never. I know a lot of people hate this saying, but I love it. Fake it till you make it. So I was back there and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but these people, they don't know that. So I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm doing. And
Yeah,
I just
dude.
came out of the curtain and I started yelling. And they're like, yeah, go with this guy. So
Hell
just,
yeah.
yeah, that pretending to have confidence goes a long way.
Yeah, dude, fake it till you make it, man. It fucking works, dude. Let me tell you, I've done that plenty of times, and it's got me pretty fucking far so far.
Hey, man.
So, dude, with Double J, man, you Double J's right hand man, Alex Taylor, dude. This is crazy. You know what
I
I'm
don't know
saying?
about
Everyone
that.
knows who Double J is, dude. Everyone knows Jeff Jarrett. Everyone knows TNA, dude. So tell me, how did you first, like, your introduction to Jeff Jarrett, like, how did that even start? How did that relationship start?
Well, I know you saw what happened to me last night at the Nashville Cats game. And I just want to say, Jeff Jarrett and the Cool Cat, they belong behind bars for assaulting me. I was just a spectator watching the game. I get pulled over the rail, just beaten and battered across the field. People laughing, the whole crowd cheering for this criminal. And the Cool Cat puts me through a table. Man, what's going on? What kind of country do we live in these days?
Yeah,
I forgot what the question was, but yes.
seems to be a lack of a law and order on the behalf of the powers that be. That being Double J apparently can just throw his weight around and put innocent bystanders through tables. I don't know where this comes from. This guy thinks he's above the law, and that's crazy. Not only to do that to a bystander, but to do that to someone that's off the clock. A freaking
Yeah.
junior world heavyweight champion, nonetheless. That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to do.
I'm glad you see it my way, man. But yeah, Jeff also lives here in Hendersonville, Tennessee. So sometimes I'll run into him at the gym, and yeah, good people. Until last night, I thought him and his wife Karen good people, but I'm kind of changing my thoughts about him now after that
Yeah,
felonious assault. But
yeah, that'll happen when someone puts you through a table. It'll you kind of change your perception of them. So what was that? I forgot. I want to say it was Global Force Wrestling. Was that kind of something that you were involved in or starting up? Because I don't remember exactly what happened with that.
I did a couple of shows under the Global Force name here that were local. I wasn't a part of any of like the television stuff they did. 'Cause I know they filmed some stuff at in Vegas, but that was all before. That may have been even before we even started training. But the Global Force name kind of hung around for a while. Wrestled a bunch of if you all these Tennessee brothers, they know they've wrestled in a six-sided ring here at a fair show or something. That six-sided ring's no joke. It's hard as a rock. I don't know
Yes.
what it is about those extra sides, man, but it just turns that mat into solid steel.
Yep. Yeah, we had a promotion up here called I think it was RCW Rose City Wrestling. It was in Portland, and they had a six-sided ring, and I was like, man, what the fuck is this? I was like, this hurts. I need it to be more fake than this. Like this
Yeah.
hurts a little too much. Like it's fucking crazy. So you were also a part of a faction, a tag team, the Southern Six. How did that come up? What was the inception of the Southern Six?
Well, the Southern Six was born in Australia. We were down under, and the Thrillbilly and Kerry Morton and myself, we were all just riding on the bus one day, and it was like we got three Tennessee boys here, made it across the world somehow, and we somehow branded ourselves the Southern Six because I mean alliteration, you got to have the two, but Tennessee, the Southern Three doesn't sound good, but. And we were looking for three more members that we never found. But it was just like a thing between us, but I guess the boss liked it. So he was like, we're going to put you guys on TV together. And that's cool. So
Yeah, hell yeah,
that's
dude.
just kind of what happens, man. You bullshit with your friends long enough, and it's enough fun. If you're having fun, I guess the people will see it and be like, hey, these guys are having fun. We like them. So
Yeah, yeah. So you worked for NWA, which is an extremely prestigious organization. Like I said, if people know who Ric Flair is, you know what NWA is. So
yeah.
that's a really good opportunity. Seems like a very really forward organization, but also it seems like they preserve the history of the art extremely well. So how did you get hooked up with NWA in the first place? Like, what was the inception of your first job actually there?
Well, I don't know if you remember the TNA wrestler Crimson. He's a good
Yep.
buddy of mine. He's somehow met him, indie shows, all that, and my buddy Danny Deals. He's on commentary for NWA. Hell, one day at a crappy indie show in Gladeville, Tennessee. You never heard of it? That's okay. No one else has. Danny Deals. He saw me. He saw me sitting in the corner looking miserable. And he's like, hey, I got to save this kid. So he's like, hey, Crimson's putting on a show next weekend in Clarksville, Tennessee. You should come with me, help set up, do whatever. Maybe we'll get you a spot. Whatever. I go with him, do a little spot, security thing, whatever. Next show, Crimson runs, I wrestle. And I eventually become a mainstay there at that promotion, which COVID killed. I mean, it was a great promotion, but... That's a whole nother story for another podcast, but around that time was the NWA was coming back after COVID, and I saw some guys that weren't very talented on the show that were associated with, I don't know. So I texted Crimson, I was like, hey, what do I need to do to come in? Maybe I can get on the ring crew, help out. And he was like, yeah, for sure. So they got me on, him and Danny Deals, they got me the hookup. I came in, I brought the ring crew gear, and I was like, Crimson, what do I need to do to help out? And he was like, you don't have to do any of this shit, man. I'm just trying to get you a match. Just act busy. I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, and then it just snowballed from there. I ended up having a match. The boss liked me, and I'm doing my thing ever since. Taking over the world, baby. World Junior Heavyweight Champion, former United States Tag Team Champion, Crockett Cup winner. I want it all, man. I'm going to win the TV title next. I might win the World's Heavyweight title next. I don't know.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you won the Crockett Cup first. Of all these accolades, of the long list of accolades, which is just growing by the freaking booking, the Crockett Cup was the first big one. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. It
So
was the Crockett.
how did that feel? Like you're too hot to trot. You're fucking going through it. You're fucking just taking over NWA, and you got the Crockett Cup, the prestigious Crockett Cup. This is like the first light at the end of the tunnel. Like Alex Taylor is not only here, but he's here to stay. How did that feel?
Oh, it was an insane moment. I mean, if you look at that list, not a long list of winners. I mean, recently you've had the Briscoes. Hell, before that, a couple other teams, but going back, Road Warriors, Luger and Sting. I mean, there's only a handful of winners of the Crockett Cup, and to be on that list, I saw the cup this past year that we were screwed out of the tournament. We didn't win it this year, but our names are right there on the bottom, and it's just like, hey, can't take that away.
Absolutely.
I mean, I guess they could always unscrew the nameplate and take it off, but
They can't erase history, brother.
the people would still know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They could try to bury it, but they don't have a shovel deep enough. You know what I'm saying, dude? That's
No,
what
they
I'm
don't.
saying. So, when you won the Crockett Cup, was it one of those things that was like, man, this is kind of a surreal moment for me, like going all the way to your first bump in in fucking in a shack in Moline, Illinois, and going all the way. Now you've won the Crockett Cup. Was that like kind of a surreal moment, or was it like I knew this was gonna happen?
Hey man, that gym we trained in was pretty nice. I mean, it's not like what they got now. They have a much nicer place, but you don't miss that CrossFit gym, man.
Oh man, now they've got the Harvard of wrestling schools over there. They're pampered.
Yeah, man, these kids these days, they don't know how good they have it.
No, no, no. We had to load the ring in and out of that fucking trailer in the damn snow, and we had to set up the ring and then take down the ring. And oh man, now they've got it made now. If you God forbid you post on social media when they told you not to, then you're doing burpees in sync. You know, like we're in some kind of fucking internment camp in the USSR. It was crazy. We had it very hard. And but that's why we're hard individuals. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the weatherman.
yeah. Thanks for making us do fucking 500 burpees or whatever it was, you dickhead.
Oh, so my God. No, yeah. Coming from that to the Crockett Cup, yeah, it was crazy. There was a span of about a month there. I won the Crockett Cup. And not to get too inside baseball, but after that, like the week later, I got a phone call saying, hey, blah, 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 contract's coming up. They re-upped me for a larger number, much larger than what I was making. And then the next month, I won the World Junior Heavyweight title in Chicago, Illinois. So that was just a good little span for me there. Everything was looking up for OAT.
So that was the same year, the Crockett Cup and the Junior Championship.
Yeah, 2024.
Wow. You're going to be a Pro Wrestling Insider #1. Look at this fucking guy. My goodness, dude.
I should have been. I should have been on the cover of the magazine, man.
Dude, we'll write an email after this. Don't worry about it, man. So,
I think I made the list this past year.
I would not be surprised, man. You worked for NWA.
I think it was number like 160 or something. Somebody sent it to me. I was like, that's pretty cool, man. I ain't buying the magazine, but unless I'm on the cover and I'm number one.
You're 159, too low. Tell them to bump it up, brother. You know what I'm saying, dude? They don't understand. You're calling an audible on this list here. But so what was the difference for you or was there a difference between winning a singles championship versus a tag team championship? Because performing in a tag team versus a singles competitor is a much, much different dynamic. So was that different for you at all, or was it kind of like an easy transition for you to get into?
I mean, it's definitely different. I mean, throughout the whole the run with the World Junior Heavyweight title, I was still tagging with Kerry Morton. We won the U.S. tag belts while I was still the World Junior Heavyweight champion. It is different. You got to have much better cardio if you're a singles wrestler. That's but no, I love tag wrestling, and if that's what they wanted me to do all the time, I probably would. But I'm in it to win it, baby. I mean, the money's in that World Heavyweight title. That's what I want. So
the face of the place, man. You know what I mean? That's absolutely it, dude. So, I mean, you get banged up a lot, man. I mean, the industry's fucking tough, and the better you get, the harder it gets. So for your workouts, for your conditioning, for stuff like that, what are you doing? Like, are you doing what we were doing? Are you doing some CrossFit? You know what I'm saying? We were doing in Moline, Illinois, some kettlebell get-ups and stuff, whatever the fuck they're calling it. Like, is it more like bodybuilding with like a little bit of cardio here and there?
It's mostly bodybuilding. Hell, man, I don't hate on the CrossFit. I kind of liked it sometimes. I even, like, when I got home, I looked into like CrossFit gyms. They're like $250 a month, and I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm gonna spend this $20 at Gold's a month.
Yeah, dude.
Especially at that time, I was like, I ain't got that money. Then now I have the money, and I don't think I want to spend it on that. So, no, mostly bodybuilding type stuff, cardio. Hell, I mean, I was looking at your guest list on this show, and I was like, damn, I'm the weakest person to ever be a guest on your show, and I got no complaints. You had a killer's row of guests, and I'm like, oof.
Yeah, I've had some heavy hitters. I've been very fortunate enough to have some heavy hitters on this podcast, man, but none of them have held the junior world championship before, so count yourself in a class of your own there, my friend. So how often are you working? Are you taking bookings like every weekend? Are you allowed to, with the NWA contract, are you allowed to take bookings outside of NWA, or are you exclusive to them?
No, I'm allowed. I do a lot of independent bookings. The NWA schedule is not that crazy. We're looking at like maybe 11, 12 NWA bookings a year. So it's
Yeah.
nothing major. Yeah, I do indies all the time. I'm trying to think what I was doing. I was in West Virginia last weekend for some indie show, which was a whole odyssey in and of itself. I don't. Yeah, if I had a few beers in me, maybe I'd bury some people, but I'm not going to do that. But just say we ended up getting our money at the end of the night, but it took some time.
Yeah. You got like
And the
that,
brother,
you
he
know.
if you know the geography of the world, Tennessee is here, West Virginia's here. The brother booked our hotel an hour this way, and I was like, we want to go home, dude. I don't want to drive an hour out of the way to drive home. But yeah, that's the life on the road, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So before this NWA gig that you got, were you on the road more then or now?
Um, I was probably on the road more then. Definitely Fridays, Saturdays, every weekend, Sundays and Thursdays thrown in when I could get them. But now, making a bit more money. I'm commanding a little bit more money from these indie shows, so that's nice. So I'm a little more pick and choosy with my bookings. So I'll have a few weekends off here and there. I got a wife now, uh, so I gotta spend some time with her. And so if it's not worth my while, I don't take the bookings, but I stay pretty busy.
Yeah. Wife from the great state of Washington, if I may throw that in there, man.
That
She's a
is
great
correct.
gal in my books. Absolutely not of approval there.
Well, yeah.
But so with with these bookings that you take and whatnot, would you say that you've had? I mean, you've had a ton of matches. You've been to a lot of countries. You've been to a lot of states, like you said. You've seen the world. Is there a match in particular for you that you would say you're the most proud of, or one that you were just like, holy shit, like I really got over here? Or does any of them kind of like really stick out in your mind?
Um, there's two that come to mind right away. Uh, last last year at the NWA anniversary show, I wrestled Rich Swan in New York, on Long Island. That was a great match. That one stuck out. That was this thing. It just clicked. It was great. Rich is a phenomenal athlete. I mean, former WWE Cruiserweight champion, former TNA champion, and wrestling him was incredible. I got a lot of good feedback from that one. And the second one, to show you my carny roots, me and my buddy Plunkett, my former slash sometimes still tag team partner on the Indies, we wrestled Wildfire Tommy Rich and Dangerous Doug Gilbert in a stretcher match at a fair show in Kentucky. And when I tell you, we probably went 15 minutes. There wasn't a single bump taken in that match. Uh, those brothers, they're pure Memphis. They got it done. We had the people rocking, and yeah, that one stands out to me.
Yeah. That's fucking sick, dude. Yeah, it's definitely like pro wrestling esque, right? Like how kind of like out in the middle, bumfuck nowhere, just like doing the damn thing. Because a lot of people still think that the indies are just like maybe like ROH or something like that. They don't understand that like there is a whole subcategory to that iceberg where there's like 10 people in the crowd, and
Yeah.
like you'll get some of the best shit you'll ever see out of two buddies just beating the shit out of each other. Like dude, I wrestled in a Mexican restaurant in front of like 15 people with one of my buddies, and we beat the shit out of each other, and I made $15. Like,
Yeah,
like
I too have wrestled at a Mexican restaurant, and
it brings
they
out the dog in you, dude.
nothing off the top rope because the ceiling's right here.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and I'm 5'6", and I'm hitting the fucking ceiling. This is no good, dude. Like, it's no good at all, man. So, what would you say, like, for, let's say, either like the rest of 2026 or like your immediate goal kind of for the future? Is the TV title, or like what do you got your eyes on next?
I mean, yeah, always bigger and better things. The television title, the national title. Uh, well, I got a little personal vendetta. I don't know if you know, but Mike Mondo. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna keep it straight with you right here. Mike Mondo's a bitch. He is a coward. Every time I walk into a locker room, he walks out. I don't know if he's jealous of these luscious locks, my tan, my physique. But Mike Mondo, he's running scared, and I'm gonna get my hands on him eventually. But
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Mike Mondo is bald. Is that correct?
he is bald. He's follically challenged.
Ah. Oh man.
So Mike Mondo, if you're listening, I'm coming for you.
I would consider that a warning shot if I've ever heard one in my life.
Oh yeah.
Especially, he might be coming for like a hair versus hair thing because he's so jealous of what you have going on the top of your head right there. So I don't know if I don't know the guy. I don't know him personally, but that some of those bald guys, man, they can get pretty vengeful against the people that are blessed enough to have such a luscious head of hair.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always down for a good hair match, but what's he gonna put on the line? If I feel like I got nothing to gain from this, if it's a hair versus hair match against a bald man.
Yeah, see, he's gonna have to put something else up. Maybe like a championship title. I mean, maybe he might have to put that on the line, a hair versus title match, where we have big stipulations on both ends, because God forbid you lose that hair, that's it, man. I don't know what's next for you if you lose that, and the marketing is all up top. So,
Man, God, I'll have to move back to Iowa, be a cop with done.
yeah, we have a former roommate that we adopted. That was living out of his car, and he is now a police officer in the state of Iowa. I believe in the city of Davenport. That is correct.
Hell
I
if I know,
believe.
somewhere in that area.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a while. So when you got out,
Him and Money Mike.
yeah, yeah,
Money Mike's also 5-0.
yeah. So Black and Brave, for those of you that don't know, Black and Brave wasn't always this like overgrown daycare for social media stars and influencers. It used to be a wrestling school. And when it was a wrestling school, Alex and I had attended. And before that, they had.
I'm gonna give you some pushback on that, man. There's a lot of great guys and girls coming out of there now. Still,
For sure, absolutely, definitely none of them winning titles like a junior world championship. So that's for sure. We had a really good class. That's why we have a champion on the podcast like yourself. But the first class was, if I'm not mistaken, it was two wrestlers and one referee. It was Eddie and Mike, and the other guy was a referee, if I'm not mistaken.
sounds
And
right.
then yeah, and then it went to the second class, which was us. And I think we had, I want to say it was 15 or 16 people the initial, and then kind of some people started dropping off, especially after the death
Yeah.
test, and then someone did eventually go into cardiac arrest. If I'm not mistaken, they changed the name of the test and kind of modified it a bit, because a few classes after us, someone had an undiagnosed heart condition, and I believe they went into cardiac arrest, so they kind of had to modify the way that they introduced some of the athletes. So yeah, it's crazy. The business, I mean, the profession has changed a lot, especially if you go back and even watch like 2010s pro wrestling versus now. You have shows on Netflix like Unreal, where they kind of get behind the scenes and stuff like that, kind of kill, in my opinion, what kind of made wrestling magic, which was like that curtain, kind of like the kayfabe. How do you feel about getting a little bit too behind the curtain? Like, is that something that you guys down there, like with the Southern like mindset or ideology, still try to like protect, or is it like, look, the cat's out of the bag, we're going to show you whatever you want to see?
I mean, I wouldn't say show you whatever you want to see. There's I mean, I'm not riding in different cars with brothers, but we're not going to get out in front of the fans the same way. You got to protect it as much as you can. Everyone knows what it is, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, that's a hard question to answer. Yes, you try and protect kayfabe, but I feel like by even answering this question, I'm breaking kayfabe. So,
It is a bit
uh,
of a, yeah, yeah, absolutely. And with
Yeah,
that being said, though, like there are people out there that still, invest in it very heavily. And if you as a performer can convince them that what you're doing is the only reality that they're living in, you've done your job. So have you ever had any altercations with fans who took your gimmick? Maybe you were being kind of an asshole in the ring, and they tried to maybe like fight you, whether it be like at a bar or in a parking lot. Have you ever had any negative fan interactions in person before from your
oh, I've
character?
had I've had plenty of negative fan interactions. In Tennessee, man. Yeah, I've had knives pulled on me in parking lots, and
Tell me about
I've
that.
just some guy. He said something, and I hit him with the classic "your mother," and then I don't know. This guy might not have been all there, but yeah, when the parking lot came, he had a blade. He didn't. He just kind of waved it at me, and some people grabbed him. But I was like, all right, whatever. And that was interesting. I've been threatened with, hey, I'm gonna go to my car and get my gun, and I never saw a gun, but I hung back in the locker room for a little bit. I was like, let's make sure that guy leaves first. But
Classic.
crazy stuff, man.
Yeah. So tell me.
What's it?
Go ahead, man.
But just to say, I don't want to misquote. I think it's Terry Funk that said, I can't make them believe this is real, but they'll believe that I'm real. So
Can't say it better. It's the perfect way to put the entirety of pro wrestling. I mean, that is. I mean, Terry Funk's a legend, so it doesn't surprise me that he said something so eloquent and completely spot on, because that's a great way to put it. And being on the road is a crazy place, man. So like, you have any stories about just like some, besides the knives and the guns and the yo mamas, do you have any crazy stories from being on the road where you were like, man, I can't believe this fucking happened. If I was in pro wrestling, this would have never happened.
man, I probably have 100 of those. Let me think of one that's not going to get anybody in trouble. Uh, oh, okay. So this is the story of my 25th birthday. I uh, I got a call. I was actually on a ladder at my real job doing something. I got a call from my buddy Crazy Steve, and he was like, "Hey, Crazy Steve's blind, by the way, legally blind, so he can't drive a car. So he's the worst travel partner because he never drives. But I love Steve. He's got a booking up at a show in New York, which is a pretty long haul from Tennessee, and also we got to drive to East Tennessee, which is about 4 hours to pick him up because he can't drive. So me and this other brother, who I will not name because of this story, uh, whatever, we go up there, do the thing. A lot of shadiness going on with this promoter. Our hotel isn't booked for that night. Whatever, we end up paying out of pocket that night for our hotel. We finally get to the show. It is outdoors at some sketchy looking place. There's a little bit of a crowd, but nothing crazy. Uh, Still, this promoter's shady. We don't really know what's going on. We get comes time for my match, right? I'm got my stuff on, ready to go. The thunder rumbles, the lightning cracks, the rain starts falling. Show's canceled. I was like, damn, just drove to New York for nothing. I'm not wrestling. Uh, Anyways, we go to get our money. Well, brother's back to being sketchy. He's going around, going to ATMs. We got to follow him to ATMs. Uh, Steve got his money. The other brother, I believe, got all of his money. I don't think we got the trans money we were promised. And I got about half of my money. So I was like, hey, brother, this ain't going to work. And so, well, what do you want me to do? I was like, I want your Oakley sunglasses that was on his head. And the boys are looking at me like I'm crazy. They're like, hey, stop. What are you doing? I was like, no, I'm gonna get those sunglasses. So I got a nice pair of white Oakley sunglasses that they may have been fake. I'm not sure, but I still got them. But then afterwards, we're in our hotel. We're in Bath, New York. I've never heard of it. I know you haven't. It's okay.
Oh,
They're like, hey, it's your birthday, Alex. We gotta go to a strip club. I'm like, okay, cool, man. That's whatever. Uh, so scrolling through the internet, I was about to say the phone book, but I guess this is not the '90s. But we're internet. We can't find it. They finally find this place, the Last Lap Showgirls. It is the drive there. It's like we're going the House of Wax. There's no cars, just a tow truck. It's the only car we see on the road is a tow truck, which is sketchy enough. This strip club we get to is a house that has been converted into a club. I'll spare you all the details, but we get in there and these women, there's two women working there. They're no spring chickens. They're not in the best of shape. But yeah, they gave me some money and I was like, Steve, can we leave, please? And he was like, not till you throw all them ones. So I'm just balling them up, chucking them, and like we finally got out of there. But it was a sketch. There's an older gentleman with a Confederate flag hat on. I didn't know they had those in New York, but I was like, these guys are gonna kill us if we don't get out of here soon.
that's insane. That is absolutely crazy. But I'm not surprised, man. There's some crazy characters in the pro wrestling industry, and the deeper down on that iceberg you go, like the more indie you go, a lot of the times, the more crazy it gets. I mean, it sounds like you just described the plot of a Rob Zombie movie. That's exactly what it sounds like. Like it completely sounds like a Rob Zombie movie, which is fucking insane. But what would you say of the experiences that you've had in pro wrestling right now? What would you say? I don't want to say motivates you because obviously money is going to be a huge motivating factor for you. But like, what keeps you wanting to continue to be better? Like, what is that drive within you that makes you want to, get these titles, go on the road, and do these things, put your body through this? What makes you want to continue?
Well, Robert, I'm not a very educated man. I don't. It's not like I can just stop this and go be a doctor somewhere. But no, I think, yeah, like you said, money is a big thing. I got a wife, hopefully, future a family to take care of doing this, but also my own ego. I want to be. I don't want to be 50 something and look back and think I could have. I could have done it, man,
Yeah.
but I didn't get. But yeah, so just that. Just the drive. It's insane, but even last night at the Cats game, getting put through a table by the damn Cool Cat, and I will get that Cool Cat back. You hear me, Cool Cat? I'm looking at you for a cage match in December. But just I mean, 4,000 people in that arena, just going crazy. You can't replicate that anywhere. That's a drug that if you could bottle it up and sell it, man, you'd be a billionaire. That adrenaline rush. I'm just a junkie chasing that high, really. Just the bigger crowds, the moments. There's nothing like it.
Yeah. And that's, I've seen a lot of people, a lot of powerlifters, especially from the infamous West Side Barbell, they have a hard time separating their identity from being a powerlifter. And that your time to do this in this sport in powerlifting is it's so finite. It goes by very quickly. And some people have an extremely hard time separating themselves from that and being able to walk away.
Yeah.
Now, have you thought maybe like what you're going to do after, after pro wrestling? Do you think that maybe like you would open a school or something of that nature? Does the NWA have like a feeder program for like a wrestling school or anything like that?
Oh, brother, I'm gonna die in the ring like Randy the Ram. What are you talking about? I'm coming off
Ram
ram
jam.
jamming.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. That's amazing. Yeah, dude, it's like how do you walk away from that, right? I mean,
That is a good question. I don't know, man. That is a question I'll eventually have to face, but I don't have the answer for you right now.
yeah.
Hopefully, I'd be involved in pro wrestling in some way, whether that's as a producer or something backstage. I don't know. That's We'll see.
Yeah.
I ain't done with my run yet, though. I still got a lot of titles to win and a lot of money to make.
Absolutely. And I've seen some of the NWA programming that I've seen to prep for this interview here. It looked very polished, very professional. The production was very good from what I saw, but also it's weird because it's a dichotomy where like the NWA from what I saw, it feels nostalgic, but it also feels present with like the production and stuff like that. So, you know, for your NWA contract, how long do these contracts usually last? Like 3 years, 5 years? Like how long do you see yourself with the NWA until you get that world title and go on just a monumental run? Or how do you feel about being with the company, long term? Is that your long term goal?
Well, right now, this is what, August, and this is the 8th month of the year. I'm 8 months into a 2-year contract, so this is the third contract I've signed with the NWA. So at the end of 27, I guess we'll see. I mean, I love it here. I enjoy the people I work with, but money talks, man. Like I hope that they value me enough to offer me the money that I would like. But who knows? I mean, it might not be an answer for a podcast, but I don't know. Putting my person, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm always open to other things, but like I said, I love the NWA, and I'd love to stay there. But you never know what tomorrow brings.
Yeah, for sure. And with the NWA, is the top the top title would be the world title. Now, how do you get there? How do you think how are you gonna get to that next year, that next level, to become a
Well,
world champion?
right now, my best friend, the Thrillbilly Silas Mason, is the world's champion, and he lives in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I can get up there right now, jump him in his sleep, and pin him. I just got to get an NWA official with me. I don't know if we have the 24/7 rule, but we can implement it. But
Absolutely.
how do I get there, man? That's I'm gonna keep grinding, doing what I've been doing. I think I deliver the work, and I don't know. That's up to the powers to be. If they see me in that position, it's my job to make them see me in that position. And there's only so much I can do, and I'll keep doing it, man. You know how it goes. That's the game.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%, man. It is definitely it's a very interesting industry. I mean, for you coming from the freaking slumps of Bettendorf, Iowa, the Quad Cities, coming from that, sleeping on the floor. You're sleeping on the floor.
Bro,
Coming from
that air mattress did not last that long.
coming from lawn chairs to luxury, if I may say so.
Lawn chairs. I like that.
I mean, you're the guy now. So going from that, man, we're sitting on the floor. We're watching our coach on a TV, which is also on the floor, watching him win the world title. Everything's on the floor besides the Foreman grill. That's on the counter.
We had a card table that we ate dinner on.
We did have a table. So eventually the lawn chairs did break. And I mean, this is going from that to signing your first contract. What did that feel like, man? To sign your first contract and be like, this is my job. Like, this is my profession. This is how I put food on the table. And, I got here. Like, that must have been, like, fucking surreal.
Oh, it was a euphoric feeling when they told me that they wanted to sign me to a contract. Um, it- yeah, you think back to that, sleeping on the floor and saving done from the streets and just being so ignorant to how the world works. At least I was, putting that frozen chicken into the Foreman grill and like, this is taking forever to cook. Just, God, I was an awful cook, man. I don't know why I didn't just Google it, but I'm not that great of a cook now, but I can make better food than that.
Yep.
Eating pints of ice cream.
Yeah, going from the Bettendorf 902 apartment gym, which had like 3 pieces of equipment, all the way to where you're at now.
Still,
it's
you can't see my scar on my pinky from that dumbbell. You remember that? Split it to the
Yep.
bone.
yeah, dude. Oh yeah, I remember that, man. It's crazy to see like the just the evolution, because when you get in on the ground floor, it's wild to see, and I haven't really kept up with anyone else, in the class or what they're doing. I'm not entirely sure where everyone is at besides like Dunnigan being a cop and whatnot, but it's wild to see, like, damn, like I remember all this stuff, and now this guy is touring the world. He's with the NWA, and it's just getting better. So I mean, that is really just a testament to like your character, your perseverance, being able to kind of hang in there and get through those hard times. It speaks a lot about who you are as a person. You know what I mean? And it's been it's been crazy to witness, dude. Um, so would you say, you know, long term, what do you think for would you think that like the WWE or AEW, you think one of those places would kind of be like I don't want to say a cap on your career, but do you think that those would be the ultimate places kind of for you to eventually end up?
Um, I mean that all depends on circumstances in a year and a half. I mean, it'd always be cool, but I love the NWA, and I'd be lying if I said, and I don't think this will ruffle anybody's feathers. We all grew up watching the WWE. That's where everybody wants to dream about working. So that would be a cool opportunity one day. I mean, I can't lie and say that I wouldn't want to be there, but at the end of the day, right now I'm NWA, and I'm happy to be there. And the momentum the company has right now is great. Well, we're on Comet TV. Uh, Replays playing on Thursday on Tubi. So I mean, if you're not watching, you should be. Um, yeah, I'm happy there. There was something that I was going to bring up that two things. You're talking about the class. I could be wrong, but I think there's no one left wrestling from our class except for me. And Mike and Eddie have both hung it up. So I think I'm the longest tenured Rock and Brave graduate right now, still going. So I don't know what that gets me, but they never gave me a T-shirt. But
I don't,
uh,
I don't know what that gets you either, man. You still might have to pay to get in, dude. I'm not entirely. Maybe if you flash some gold, they'll Nick will let you walk in or something. I don't know. Take a picture with him. I'm not sure. But
as long as Crotch is proud of me, I'll be happy.
yeah, dude, Crotch is an awesome human being, great guy, phenomenal trainer. I'm surprised he doesn't live up here. He looks like he is from Washington. It's
He
crazy.
does.
Like everyone in Seattle just looks like Crotch, like 100%. He would fit in so well. Crotch, if you're listening, come to Seattle, and I'll hook you up. But also, man, so this might be a little bit of a kind of like a weird question, but I mean, you kind of are a body guy. You got the physique, you got the muscularity, right? Kind of a throwback to a little bit more retro wrestler, right? Because we've seen some guys, that don't necessarily look like the fucking jack dudes that we remember, right? Freaking bulbous muscles and just coming out of the freaking gourd. So with you, do you focus on like your diet a lot, or is it kind of just like the amount of conditioning that you get inside and outside the ring? You have a lot of room for like just dietary leeway.
I mean, it's a little bit of both. I try to focus on my diet. I don't. I mean, I cut out all the fast food unless it's like emergency situations. But my beautiful wife, she is Mexican, so it's an insult to her and her culture if I say no to food. So she'll often tempt me with sweets and food that I probably shouldn't be eating, but I'm gonna eat it anyway. I'm not gonna. I'm not training to be on a stage anywhere. I don't have Olympia dreams, so I'm pretty lenient with it. I'll go out to the Chili's every now and then, down a few beers. That's my biggest problem is I drink a lot of my calories. I'll put them back, but yeah, I mean just the cardio is crazy. I'm in
Yeah.
the gym, so and being in the ring that burns a lot. So I'm not in my tip top shape right now, but I'm gonna get there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of, behind every great man, is an even better woman. So how did you meet your wife? How did that whole thing go down? Like first impression, how did all of that go down with your wife?
I met her at the Tennessee State Fair. I was wrestling there. She was going to college in Chattanooga, and I guess they were up there for the fair in Nashville, and just sparks flew.
That's it.
And yeah,
Love it
that
first.
was yeah, it was over 7 years ago, and we've been together since.
Now, what was the opening line?
Hey baby, what's up? No, hell man, I don't remember it.
She said, "Oh, Alex Taylor."
Oh no. She said that to me.
It's awesome, dude. So, how do you, with being on the road kind of a lot, how do you kind of balance that with, like the marriage and like staying in shape? Like, the time constraints got to be really hard. So, like, what challenges have you found between like being on the road and then having to come home? You got to be a husband, you got to be an NWA star, you got to go to the gym, I mean, there's a lot of hats you got to wear. So, like, talk to me a little bit about like time management.
I would love to play it up like it's hard, but I mean, this ain't the '90s or the '80s, brother. I mean, most of the time I'm on the road, it's like a flight Friday morning, and I'm home by Sunday. So it can be tough sometimes, but I've gone a lot of tours where I'll be gone. I was in England for 2 weeks, Australia for 3 weeks. Uh, but those are few and far between. Those happen maybe a couple times a year, if that. So we spend plenty of time together. There's always more time to spend together, but
Yeah.
I can imagine it being harder with children. But like I said, it's nothing like those brothers were doing back in the day on the road 300 days a year. I don't know how they made through that. And I know, unfortunately, a lot of those guys aren't with us anymore because of being on the road like that. So
Yeah. I
we have
can't
it
even
easy.
imagine. Yeah, I can't even imagine. That's absolutely insane. But speaking of travel, if I'm not mistaken, you recently had a vendetta, if I can call it that, a rivalry, some heat with, is it Air Canada? You had some heat with
Air can't, man.
either the entire country of Canada or Air Canada. Kind of
Well,
fill me in on this.
listen, not the whole country of Canada. I mean, I love a good Moosehead beer. Uh, Shout out to Moosehead. If you guys want to sponsor me, I'll gladly take all the beer you can send me. But no, yeah. My flight, the time before that I went to Canada, it was easy. I went from Nashville to Minneapolis and then right to Regina. Easy peasy. This time, man, I feel like the flights there, they ended up getting delayed. We had to fly from Nashville. Hell, man, I believed like Chicago and then to Toronto and then to wherever the hell and then Montreal. We threw to Montreal, Toronto, and then Regina. Insane. All our flights were delayed. Coming back, you get there and they're doing the thing where it's like, we're out of room. Everybody's got to check their bags. So whatever. It's the way home, so I got no problem checking my gear bag. It'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. We go from Regina to Toronto. No problem. Get there. Flight gets delayed. Gets delayed. Delayed. Finally, it's canceled. So our flight was supposed to take off 4 hours ago. It just got canceled. And they're canceling all other flights too. So there's thousands of people that are stuck here in Montreal. So every hotel within like a 10-mile radius is sold out. So me and my buddy Plunkett were like, well, screw it. We'll just thug it out here in the airport for the next 12 hours. And so they kick us out of the, whatever you call it, whether you're flying to the U.S. I don't know. So we have to go back through customs again the next day. So we have to go back to the main airport, sit there. Nothing's open. I wait in line at Tim Hortons at one point because I'm starving, and all they got's donuts, and so they're not serving any of like the hot food. I was trying to get some bacon in me, but so I'm getting hangry. I'm drinking monsters and coffee all night. Uh, Well, anyways, after they kicked us out of the whatever, we'll go back through customs. We go to the line like, hey, we're gonna get our check bags because they were checked to go to Nashville. And the guy tells us, hey, you don't have to worry about it. They'll be put on the new flight tomorrow. No problem. Which we should have known it was a problem. We get through all that. We finally get on the plane. We have to go to Raleigh, North Carolina, and then home to Nashville. Oh, our rebooked flight was delayed again. So we get to Raleigh, and we got about 5 minutes to get to our connecting flight. So we're scrambling through the airport. Get there, get home. I'm waiting in the baggage claim. I'm waiting. All the bags are gone. Still waiting. Neither one of our bags made it home. They were still in Montreal. So about 8 days later, my bag comes. FedEx. The lever gimmick is broken off. So yeah, I took the picture, sent the complaint to Air Canada, and they were like, "Yeah, not our problem." It's like, okay. And what am I gonna do? Am I gonna go fight Air Canada? I'm not hiring a lawyer over a $60 bag. It's just, but I'm just like, this is kind of shitty. But
Yeah. Now I'm no conspiracy theorist, but sometimes if the dots connect, they're there. And you brought up, world title aspirations. You brought up Mike Mondo, and now you have the situation in Air Canada. It's really weird that you decide to put your hat in the ring for the most prestigious championship in the pro wrestling industry, the NWA world title, and all of a sudden there's all these issues with Air Canada, and they're losing your bag, and they're stressing you out. Stress is not good for your health. It's not good for your hair. You know this. And I'm not going to say that Mondo had anything to do with it, because, again, I don't know the guy. He's probably a lovely guy. I don't know him. But, I mean, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that people don't see. So it might be something to look into.
You think Mondo called Bret Hart, and Bret Hart called Air Canada and had them X-name my bag? Hold on, now we're talking. I think that's possible.
I mean, I don't know if there's any commission within the NWA that can kind of an international commission that can kind of look into this, maybe look into Mike Mondo's text messages or see maybe where he was, who he was talking to. I don't know, but this sounds like someone deliberately trying to keep Alex Taylor away from the World Championship. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe not.
Hey, I think you're onto something there, brother. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
I'm not biased. I just want the best TV programming for NWA that there can be. I have no bias here, no dog in this fight. Again, Mike Mondo, if I ever met him, I would shake his hand, no problem. Seems like a wonderful guy. He's a jacked guy, very big guy. So you have a tall task in front of you. I have to say that. You're going to have to make sure that you're definitely bulking up. You're fucking doing all the things that you need to do to face Mondo. But if he's going to keep doing dirty tactics like this, I don't know. It sounds unethical,
Man, I'll whoop Mondo's ass. What are you talking about?
Well, I wasn't going to say it, because, again, I have no bias here. I can't do it. But for NWA TV programming, obviously on Tubi, nonetheless, on Tubi, I think that Mondo versus Taylor...
Comet TV.
Comet TV.
Okay. The replay comes on Tubi the following Thursday.
The replay on Tubi, just in case you were too busy. I don't know why you wouldn't watch in the first place on Comet, but if you are too busy, you can go ahead and catch it on Tubi. But I know Taylor versus Mondo has kind of a ring to it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm biased. I have no dog in this fight, but Mondo and Taylor, it's something I would watch. I wouldn't catch the replay on Tubi. I'd be watching that on Comet. Are you serious? In the living room.
You might have to catch a flight out to the venue, catch it live and in person.
I mean, what better way, right? I don't know if some people have kids. It might be their kid's birthday or they got soccer games or something. But when Mondo and Taylor, you bring the kids. Maybe if they're sick, maybe leave them at home. Hop on that plane. Leave them at home with the wife. They'll be fine. Hop on the plane because Mondo and Taylor, that's money right there. Just it sounds good. Maybe even I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but.
You ain't wrong, brother. You ain't wrong.
It rolls off the tongue, man. It rolls off the tongue. I mean, you got a freaking stud here in Alex Taylor. You got Mondo, this giant, jacked, freaking gargantuan human being, this dominating world champion that needs a contender. So, I mean, I'm not blind. I'm looking. I see one right here. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying. I have no pull, no power here. I'm just saying. If anyone from the NWA is listening to this, I'm just saying, man. Mondo and Taylor.
Oh, we'll get to it. We'll get there.
That sounds good. That sounds good to me, man. But I mean, even the TV title, right? I mean, why?
I mean, I think the television product would improve if I was a television champion. What better face do you want for your TV show than me?
Taylor is TV, right? I mean, what more is there to learn here, right? I mean, NWA really is, as they're growing, I mean, it looks like a great product. Let's strap the rocket ship to something that's hot right now. What's hot right now is this tan freaking beast in front of me, Alex Taylor. So, I mean, let's just add to it, man. Let's strap the rocket ship to Taylor and take him up to the moon. I don't see why not.
Hey, strap the whole space station to me, baby. I'm ready.
That's what I'm saying, dude. So
interstellar me.
That's what I'm saying, man. Absolutely, dude. And so for you, someone that came from where you did up to where you're now, there's people that are fans of pro wrestling that are listening to this podcast. I've had people contact me about like wrestling, the business and whatnot. What would you say to someone, maybe some advice for someone that wants to get in the business or is struggling to stay in the business and see that finish line?
Well, to someone that is trying to get into the business, just find a good place to learn, man. There's a lot of good schools out there now. Black and Brave, for sure. Well, I would say Dr. Tom is a great trainer. I don't believe they're training anymore up there in East Tennessee. Him and Kane, I don't think their school is longer active. Hell, man. Use the Google machine. Find yourself a good trainer. That goes a long way, man. So many doors were open for me just because of who I was trained by. I mean, nothing crazy, but I got my foot in the door of a lot of places because you say Seth Rollins, they're like, yeah, you can do flips and shit, right? And I was like, sure.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, just
spoiler alert: no flips were done by me, but but yeah, that's learning the basics is most important. And people struggling to stay in it, man. It's really just how bad do you want it? I know there's a lot of shit sandwiches you got to eat, and you got to swallow your pride a lot. Personally, I'd rather choke on my pride than swallow it, but there's hard times. You're gonna go through a lot of shit for very little money, and just don't let anyone take advantage of you. But there's a fine line between knowing when to speak up and just taking your licks. But stay in it, man. Just it's not a certainty that the cream will rise to the top, but if you stick it out, the cream can rise to the top. So
absolutely. And is there anything else that I left out that you wanted to cover or talk about?
I was thinking about that time Eddie came over to our apartment and he was a little too wasted. And when he left, he didn't know how to get out and he pulled one of these at the door. Do you remember that?
Yep. Cleveland's best.
Oh. Eddie Machete, man. What a brother. He came and saw me. I did a show with the Juggalos in Columbus. He came by and hung out at the hotel for a bit. What a good brother.
How long ago was that?
That was a couple years ago now.
Tell me about that experience with the Juggalos. Was that the gathering? Is that what it was?
Not that particular time. It wasn't, but I did work the gathering. I guess it was 2 years ago. Yeah, we did. I was with them probably a year and a half. Me, Carrie, and Silas were doing all their tours and stuff. It's an experience, man. Those Juggalos, talking about fans wanting to fight you. That's them brothers don't play. But yeah, it's a crazy experience. Violent J's quite a character. Yeah, the whole group, good guys to work with. Interesting times. I'll say that.
I always thought it was cool that they were into wrestling and like trying to like give back and like kind of like, prop it up, because, I mean, they're in the music industry. So it's like, what are you doing over here? But it was like, that was awesome that someone, would take the time to be like, I give a shit about this. So I want to try to, do some shows and stuff like that. I always thought that was pretty neat.
Oh, they for sure love wrestling, man. They're doing a lot. Yeah. A lot of good shows we did with them, man.
Yeah, man.
So, hell, I've seen working with the Juggalos, I knocked like 7 or 8 states off my list that I'd never been to. Just going to random places with them. They actually for WrestleMania, not this past WrestleMania, but the one before, they flew us out to Vegas for their show they were gonna have at midnight. Well, I don't know what happened, but the show got canceled. So I got a free trip to Vegas for nothing. Didn't have to work, and I got paid for the show. So I was like, "This is cool, man."
Hell
Hang
yeah.
out at some Airbnb and watch WrestleMania.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. So we kind of covered the countries, but what about the states? Was there a state that you went to where you were like, "Holy shit, man, this is pretty neat"? Like a state that stuck out where you like, "I really like working here, would like to come back."
Utah, man, Salt Lake City is beautiful. I know they got a lot of crazy religious stuff going on there, but I didn't get involved in any of that. But just the view, just if you're in Salt Lake City, just looking around, just surrounded by the mountains and beautiful, man. I'm actually going back there in November, and I'm really excited about it. And man, I want to get back up to Washington. I'm trying to make some towns up there.
Right on. Absolutely, man. Yeah, whenever you're up here, fucking we'll get together. Absolutely. What do you have coming up next? What is next for Alex Taylor? What's the next booking?
I'll be in Tampa, Florida, coming up for NWA TV taping.
Oof.
That's the 22nd, so I'm off this coming weekend. I actually going to see the Foo Fighters here in Nashville. I'm pretty excited about that. Have a weekend off, get to hang out with my wife, go to a concert. But then after that, it's back on the plane, head to Tampa. Where I might slap around Mike Mondo.
Will he be in Tampa?
He'll be there. Unless
Well,
he finds out that I'm coming, he might get scared and might not get on the plane.
I mean, it would suck if something was to happen with your luggage on the way to Tampa again, and it just so happens that Mondo is in Tampa, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm not looking for things that are there, but if they're presented in front of my face, I'm gonna call them out. So
I'm gonna wear my gear onto the plane. That
you
way they
might
can't take it.
you're gonna want to be extra protective. Maybe look for like some fake mustaches, maybe a wig, something like that. Because again, the wig, because he is bald. He is a bald man. This is not an insult. It's just a fact of he's a big gargantuan bald guy, and
Yeah.
that's it's something to look out for. So has your opponent been announced for Tampa?
No, that I will find out when I get there.
Perfect. Beautiful. Right on, man. So if you are in the Tampa area, be sure to go see Alex Taylor, the former world junior heavyweight champion, Crockett Cup winner, future NWA world heavyweight champion. Alex, go ahead and plug your social media so people can find you and follow you.
You can find me Alex Taylor Brand on Instagram and Twitter X. That's really it. Yeah, man. Everybody go to the nationalwrestlingalliance.com. Go hit that little merch button. Get you a Too Hot to Try Alex Taylor t-shirt. And other than that, man, that's all I got to plug, man. Just donate some money to a shelter or something.
Yeah,
Take care of them puppies out there, man.
if you want to look good, get you a Too Hot to Trot T-shirt. Maybe does Mondo have one? Does he have the money for one? Does he need one? I don't know if does he have a shirt, an Alex Taylor shirt, or
That I don't know. I don't know if he does. That's something we should do. Everybody find Mondo's address. Everyone buy a Too Hot to Trot T-shirt. Mail it to Mondo.
yeah, he might not have the resources. I'm not entirely sure. He seems like he might spend a lot of money sabotaging Alex Taylor's rise to the top. So we might also plug Mondo's Cash App here in the description so we can donate to make sure that he gets a Too Hot to Trot t-shirt, make sure that his stock increases a little bit, right?
Hey, I'm all for that, man.
Beautiful, man. Thank you for joining the podcast. I appreciate you, brother.
Oh, it's been a pleasure, man. It's good to see you.
Likewise, man.
Oh, and don't forget, when you're hot, you're hot. And when you're not,